live over here. Camera 1, camera 2. All right, guys, so I'm here at Origins 2018 with John Searden. Hello, everybody. We are looking at some really cool stuff coming down the pipe. Go ahead and jump in. Tell us about Shogunate.
So, Shogunate is the design contest winner at Geekway to the West as of 2 years ago. We actually have the designer here at Origins. Adrian, can you wave again?
Hello.
There she is. She designed a really great game here that thematically puts you back into feudal Japan, where the shogun has just died and all of the clan leaders are vying to fill that power vacuum by garnering as much honor for themselves as possible and then also casting as much dishonor on other clan leaders as possible.
Very cool.
So mechanically, it's an action selection game where you're going to have a hand of cards that are identical to every other player's hand of cards.
Okay.
So you can count which actions people have used and which they haven't.
Very nice.
Additionally, when each of us play a card that we're going to be using, one player that will shift throughout the game, the Hatamoto, decides the order in which those cards are resolved. So you need to figure out the secret allegiances to which different clan leaders everybody has, so you can think, all right, if you're the Hatamoto and this card got played from over there, I think I'm going to slip this one in. I think we're going to be good. And it has just some beautiful, beautiful box art.
Very cool illustrations.
So it's officially releasing here at Origins 2018.
Can we get a copy?
Yep, come get a copy. We had a soft release, a pre-release, if you will, at Geekway to the West 2018.
Yeah, very cool. Tell us about that.
Yep, we handed out 3,000 free copies because it was a design contest winner.
Yeah.
That's something Indie Boards and Cards will be pursuing in the future. Every year we're going to be sponsoring the design contest at Geekway. And 2 years later, that game will be coming out and have a pre-release at Geekway where free copies are going to be given out.
Very cool.
We had a lot of people come talk to us about how this was like one of the first free games they've ever gotten at a convention that they really wanted to play.
Awesome. All right, so this is super cool. This is here.
So this is here and now. It's also in retail, so it should be at your friendly local game store.
Yeah, check it out. And then what is coming to Gen Con?
So at Gen Con, we have the newest game in the dystopian universe in line with Coup, The Resistance, Grifters.
Fits right in.
We have Exodus, Paris, Nouveau. And in Exodus, thematically, you take on the role of a rescuer or a hunter. The rescuers are these high-level elite teams, the best the Resistance has to offer at extraction. They take their compromised teams in far-flung cities and try and get them out there. Where the hunters are specially trained operatives by the government who are there to hunt down Resistance agents.
So in this game, nobody knows who each other is.
Nobody knows who each other are.
But I've heard that it's a lot less like just making up junk about each other. And
Correct.
It's a whole lot more about deciphering the mechanics. Tell us about that.
Coup, we love a good quick game of Coup and trying to slip those white lies past our friends. And I love getting up on my soapbox in the Resistance and giving my impassioned speech about how I couldn't possibly be a spy.
I would never lie to you.
But in Exodus, there's a little bit more nuanced mechanical deception.
Yeah.
There are voting tokens and card play that you're going to have to watch your opponents and your allies pretty closely to really figure out who's who. So given how I would vote or what cards I was playing, could betray a little bit of information about me. You're often going to be put into situations here where you're going to have to make the best out of a really narrow selection of cards, and so it may be an honest situation where I was forced to play a card for the other team,
Makes you look bad.
And I had a bad card to play. It was
the
best option from a bad choice, or it was the best option from bad choices, guys. Drat, sorry, I'm not actually on your team. So it's a really interesting moment where the mechanics are giving you some implicit cover that let you deceive enticingly, but the mechanics aren't always going to be on your side in Exodus. So Exodus is an awesome game. It's going to be releasing at Gen Con, so get your copy there. But if you're not going to come all the way to Indianapolis for Gen Con 2018, you can find it in your friendly local game store about a month after that. It's going to be exclusively in brick-and-mortar retailers after Gen Con 2018, so swing by your friendly little game store.
Yeah, we'll try to get together a review of this soon. We'll get it out on our channel. And thank you so much, John. We appreciate it.
Of course.
Indie Boards and Cards, guys. Check them out.
This is Melissa with Tantrum House, and I am with Jake from USAoplopy, and he is going to tell us about the Snow White gemstone mining game.
Well, hi. Thank you for joining us. So we're really excited about this game. This is a press your luck game where you are going to be taking the role of the different dwarfs to be trying to get the most rare gems possible to turn them in for pie points. So we know Snow White makes the best pies in all the land, so the different dwarfs want to appeal to her and give her the most valuable gems so they can get the most pie. So we've themed this all out for Snow White, so you'll notice you can play as the different dwarfs there. And really simple gameplay, it's press your luck. So what we're going to be doing is taking turns, taking the bag and pulling out gems. So there are different point values for the different gems. Some are rarer than others, and then we have the black obsidian. So you want to avoid getting too many of this, or else your cart will be turned over and you'll lose all your precious stones. So everybody's going to be taking turns pulling out stones. If you get 2 obsidian, let me find some black obsidian, then your cart will be turned over and you can't take anything out. So you want to be mindful of not pulling too many obsidian out there, but also getting the more rare gems possible.
So how many players and about how long does it play? 3
to 7 players, and it's about 30 to 45 minutes, so not too long of gameplay.
And you're expecting this will be available at Gen Con?
That is our hope. If it's not available for purchase, we'll definitely have it in the booth to demo and try out. But yes, that's the hope.
All right. Thank you very much.
Hey guys, at Origins 2018, still we're hanging out with Rob Doherty from White Wizard Games, and we're looking at a bunch of different cool stuff, several Kickstarter success stories.
Yeah.
Why don't you kind of jump into it? What is this huge box right here that I'm looking at?
All right, so that is the universal storage box for Star Realms. So Star Realms is a super popular game. Comes in a little box. You can carry it around in your pocket, and plays quick, super portable. But we've come out with a lot of expansions over time, and our players were asking, oh man, I really need something to put all these cards in. So we made the universal storage box, and that big box has 3 card rows in it. You can store every Star Realms card we've ever made in sleeves and have extra space left over for playmat if you've got one, or
anything else that might be coming out, right?
Yeah, or other stuff that might be coming out. Some of our other games. So basically, you can carry everything Star Realms in it and have room for growth. And there's also a little 15 card promo and token pack that you can play with your Star Realms game in there. So
this was a Kickstarter option.
Yeah, that's a Kickstarter add-on. So we did the Frontiers Kickstarter last year. The Kickstarter did amazingly well. We unlocked tons of stretch goals, which were awesome, but it took me a long time to build them all. So but the good news is it's done at the factory. It's getting picked up by our fulfillment company. Kickstarter backers in the U.S. should be seeing it end of this month into next month. We've got to ship to like 8,000 people, so it's gonna in the U.S. So it'll take a little bit of time to work through all of them, but we are going to be getting the games out. Yeah, they're coming soon. And then if you missed the Kickstarter, in a few months these will be available in your retail store. We have Star Realms Frontiers, which is a all-new set for Star Realms. You can play it on its own, or you can mix it with any existing Star Realms set. It's a complete 2 to 4 player game. It costs $20, and it comes with 80 new cards for your trade deck. So all new ships, all new bases, and it also comes with 8 of these oversized cards. So for comparison, here's a regular Star Realms card. Here's an oversized challenge card. These challenge cards allow you to play by yourself or with your friends against the game. Okay. So they transform Star Realms into a cooperative multiplayer or solo effort. And there's 8 different ones of those, and the rule book to cover the regular play plus how to deal with all those challenges. So you get all that for $20. The universal storage box is $29.99, and it comes with a ton of plastic dividers so you can separate out all your game pieces. Yeah, so we got a ton of plastic dividers. It comes with 6 foam blocks so you can keep your cards firmly where you put them, and then that promo card pack and this is and it's nice and solid. I have one of these, which I put all my Star Realms cards in, and I throw it in the trunk of my car. I drive it, drive it when I'm going to to a friend's house to game night. I've thrown it in my suitcase, brought it to brought it places. So yeah, it's great if you've got a big Star Realms collection you want to be able to store and bring around.
Yeah, cool. Do you got anything else coming down the pipe from Epic?
Yeah, so we've got so that's the so with Star Realms, we also have the command decks coming. Those are you can play as a legendary commander from the Star Realms universe. There's 6 different ones that'll be available for store. There was a 7th one that was Kickstarter exclusive for our Kickstarter backers. Look for those this fall in your game store, or like I said, next month in your mailbox if you were a Kickstarter backer. Then for Epic Card Game, we've got the Pantheon set. So this is 6 different new packs for Epic Card Game. They each contain 12 cards for your Epic collection, plus double-sided token and 2 deity cards. The deity cards allow you to play as a specific god from the world of Epic, or a demigod, or an elder god, and each of the they give you special rules and special powers. So each pack comes with 2 deities, which are an even matchup against each other, so you can play them against each other if you want to, or you can just take the cards that are in here and add them to your regular Epic collection. We have 2 new packs that are here at Origins and will be in your game store in the next month. And then finally for Hero Realms, this is a fantasy deck builder that uses the engine of Star Realms but takes it in some new directions. And Hero Realms has been nominated for an Origins Award. Yeah, so we'll thank you. Yeah, fingers crossed. Hopefully, other Hero Realms fans will turn up and vote here at Origins. So yeah, that's what we got. And then finally, we've got our newest game, Sorcerer, dark fantasy horror game set in Victorian London. It's a combination between a strategy card game and a tactical board game. You build a deck at the beginning of the game by grabbing a character deck, which tells you who you are, a lineage deck, which tells you what type of magic you use, and a domain deck, which is where you've been training and gathering minions. Cool. You shuffle that together, and there's 3 battlefields. You'll be playing monsters into one of the 3 different battlefields each turn, and these represent different parts of Victorian London, and you battle another evil sorcerer for control of Victorian London, and horrible monsters, beautiful and terrible artwork. The game is awesome. So that's coming out this fall.
Awesome. Thanks for the quick rundown, and good to meet you, Rob. And,
all right, thank you.
We'll be in touch soon. Let's do some Go coverage.
This is Melissa with Tantrum House. I'm here at Origins with Tom from Kosmos.
Hello.
Hello, and what would you like to show us today?
What I'm really excited about right now is Lost Cities Rivals. So a lot of people are familiar with Lost Cities because there's already a card game and a board game, and Rivals is a whole new idea with the same core mechanics.
So how many players does it play with?
It plays 2 to 4, and it doesn't have a board like the other. You'll see it's got a very small box. There's no board. Cards, money.
So cards and money. What are we trying to do in the game?
Same idea as the card game and the board game. You're acquiring cards and putting them in your tableau, trying to create an expedition of either like the red cards or the yellow cards, which represent like Egypt or like the Amazon, different places like that. So you're exploring, and they have to be in sequential order. The way you acquire the cards is where it really gets different. Instead of just drawing cards and putting them into your hand, you actually have a pile of cards in the center of the table that you get to bid on. So that's where the money comes in. And everyone gets the same amount of money at the beginning of the game, and then just using that and manipulating like which cards get put out and which cards you can actually take cards out of the game. It's really great. It's got a lot going on. Yeah.
Great. So when do you expect this to be available?
Oh, that's exciting news too, because we're actually going to be demoing this in the States at Gen Con before it even gets released in Germany. So that's great, right? Yeah. So you can demo it at Gen Con and purchase it shortly after.
Great, thanks. And that is Lost Cities Rivals. by Kosmos.